Is the name of the game. You hear that? Getting it is the name of the game. Guys, week 2 of the Desert Duels train up. Hey, I tried to record 2 videos for you guys earlier. First time, microphone wasn't working, so that didn't work out. Then I went in and did some no-gi training. Came back out, got the phone, had the microphone charging up, and it was all set and it was all good to go. I go to record my video. I set the camera down in the trunk. I start talking to you guys for a good 5 minutes. Pick the camera up, and I forgot to turn the camera around. So it was just me talking and the camera facing my back. But hey, in this video, guys, I'm on my way to the gym, and I'm gonna be dropping some mindset knowledge on you guys, help you guys out with your mindset today. That's the whole purpose of this. And this is the second video in a series of me training up for the Desert Duels competition, the no-gi competition. My goal is to do one of these a week until September when the comp is, and take you guys along on the journey. So today's Friday, and along the way, so what I'm gonna do is give you guys some insights into my training, drop some wisdom on life, drop some wisdom on mindset, talk a little bit about whatever comes to mind, all right? And just help you guys out with everything and just take you through the whole journey. This is gonna be, it's real and raw. There's just a lot of fake stuff out there in the online space, and so this is an outlet for me to put out some real content and try to counterbalance all the bullshit that's out there, all the fake stuff. Everybody's just really regurgitating everybody else's stuff, and I'm like, I don't really care how long it takes me or how many views. Oh shit, how many views I get. I mean, obviously I want to get the views and I want to get the engagement up, but I'm not obsessed with that. I'm obsessed with well, let me get this. There we go. I'm looking like an asshole right now. Gotta be careful. All right, there we go. I'm obsessed with making you guys better and showing what it really takes to do something. My first, let me get that right there. There we go. I think we're set. There we go, right there. Perfect. You guys let me know in the comments if this angle's good. But so here's the deal. Like when I went after my first dream, right? And I didn't get to document that. And I achieved it, and it was and I had a cool story at the end of it, but I didn't get to take people along on the journey. I just had to put my head down and do the work. So now I'm taking people along on the journey as I go to other levels. And this is important to me because if I'm in your guys' shoes, I want to see somebody go through it so I don't feel alone. So I don't feel like I'm the only one that's failing. So I don't feel like I'm the only one that's obsessed about taking myself higher. That was the hardest thing for me at the journey at the very beginning, was I just felt insane because everybody else seemed to be just fighting for stability, and I was fighting for higher levels of success, and I was always obsessed about where I wanted to go. And it was too much for people, and I felt alienated, man, to be completely honest. So this is a little bit of a redemption journey for me, where I get to go through and I'm documenting. What I'm sharing with you guys is obviously the gi competition is the primary focus of this series, but also my professional life. I have a coaching business that I'm building up. I'm 6 years into that. I think about 6. I think that's right. I mean, December 2019 was when I started it, and December 2018 was when I started it. 2019 was my first year. So then I didn't go full time in the business until January 2020. So now it's 2025. I've been at it going on 5 years full time, and been doing it for 6. So my goal with this coaching is you guys see where I'm at today, and it's taken me years to get to just this level, and I still feel like I'm figuring out what the fuck I'm doing, you know? Let me make sure the phone's not too hot. I feel like some days in the business, like I know what I'm doing, other days I have no clue. It's rough. So, but for today's workout, what I'm gonna do, I want to build the best coaching company on the planet. That's my goal. It's gonna take my whole life to do this shit. And I've had, at my most, I had like 130 people in my program at one time. And right now, it's a lot like the beginning. I've got, I think, like 20 or 30 people total, you know. I've got about, on the Saturday call, I think we have 15 people or so that'll attend that. On the Tuesday call, I think we had 7 or 8 on the last call. And the benefit of the smaller group is that I can really help individuals like one almost. I get to really know where they're at versus just kind of teaching to everybody. The downside is, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm failing because I don't have enough people. I feel like I'm not good enough. I tie my worth to how many people I have, and you know, I can't tell you how many times I left a coaching call. I asked my wife, I'm like, man, how was that? It was kind of off, wasn't it? It wasn't very good. Attendance was down. Is it something I'm doing? You know, I take it very, very personal, depending on how everything's going. And you know, I obviously can't please everybody. I can't, and I'm not gonna shape shift and be what everybody individually wants me to be for them. I have to continue to be myself, and that's sometimes hard too, because how I am isn't necessarily who everybody wants me to be at times. So that's just the battle of being a leader, you know what I mean? Like when you're a leader, if you go around trying to please everybody, you're gonna lose yourself, number one. But also it's an endless fight. You're better off being loud about what you stand for, what you stand against, helping as the best you can, and separating your emotion from anybody that you piss off. You know, that's like at least what's helped me. So that's some ups and downs with the business. You know, for you guys that don't know my entrepreneurial journey, I started getting into, like, really leaning into entrepreneurship back in 2013 and 14. So I feel so far behind because I did a lot of trial and error. And at the same time, I knew what I was trying, the different things that I was trying at the time. I knew I wasn't serious about them. I just testing them out and shit. So I knew that it wasn't a sacrifice because I was learning so much. I learned a lot about psychology, and, you know, marketing. I learned sales. I learned different, you know, I got a wide range of knowledge starting back then. I learned day trading stocks, drop shipping. I learned social media selling. I learned being a brand ambassador for a supplement company, personal branding. Like, I just tried to bring all that shit together. But all right, so I'm rolling up to the gym right now. The game plan is I'm doing a pull workout. So back, toss some a little bit of biceps in there, because if you're a guy and you don't like to do biceps, then you're probably not even a guy. Well, girls like biceps too. Damn, I just ran that. Oh, there's a car coming too. This guy. I look like the asshole because I am the asshole. So, game plan for the workout. This is my mindset for the workout. Obviously, I have the no-gi competition coming up, and this is a little bit of a bro lift, but I'm trying to make it apply to the no-gi. I did this when I was in the military too. I worked out and would do bodybuilding type lifts, but I tried to make them apply to the military tests that I would take. So basically, I'm going to hit back first. I'm going to focus on doing a couple exercises that are movements that I'm going to use in no-gi or MMA training. So rows, because rows are a lot like pulling a leg, right? So I'll be doing different types of rows, either barbell or dumbbell. And then I'm also, for aesthetics, I'm going to work on my upper back and my shoulders, my rear shoulders, because that's a lagging area on me, and I don't like looking like something's off, I want to fix that and sculpt that. So a little bit of aesthetics, a little bit of functional, and then I'll hit some biceps in there too, because you know, you got to hit some biceps. I mean, come on. But all right, guys, that's what we're gonna do. I'll see you in there. Let's get it. Yeah. Gym tunes are on point, guys. Feeling it today. Wait, can you see me? I know it's a long shot. So I'm warming up with the rear delts, pre-fatigue and rear delts. That way they're my weak area. That way this weak area is fatigued throughout the whole workout. Like, that's what I've always liked to try to do, is take the weak area and hit it first, not last, you know? Doesn't make sense to me. And that way it's fatigued not just for the one exercise, but it's activated and fatigued for the rest of the workout. So that's always worked well. So rear delts and upper back, get the burn. Oh, fuck, feels good. I'm gonna hit some pull-ups. Kind of pick my gyms based off of the playlist. Trying to make sure I hit those rear delts on this, on top of the back. I think like a lot of times, like we spend so much time on our strengths. People say double down on your strengths, fuck your weaknesses. I don't know, man. When I'd had that mindset, my life didn't move forward. The hard part about your weaknesses is that when they get pointed out, your ego hates that shit. Your ego, it doesn't want you to admit that you got weaknesses. So that's why you don't ask people for feedback a lot. You don't want to hear the truth. None of us do. We want to believe that we're fucking perfect. Belly's flattened out. I'm gonna be fucking shredded by my birthday. So my birthday is August 30th. And every year, I think about like what version of me I'll be at that year. My goal is to always be in the best shape of my life in different ways. You know, sometimes it's the looks, sometimes it's other shit. Like performance, bench press, whatever, squat. I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but you have to have these check-ins in life, you know? That was one thing I was talking to Danny about. Danny's he's doing the Command Experience, my one-on-one transformation program. I was teaching him, I said, dude, you gotta have standards, bro. Physical standards, you gotta start with that. What are your physical standards? He's like, well, I'm trying to eat healthy. No, that's not a standard. What's your acceptable body fat range? What's the acceptable number of times for you to go to the gym in a week? You got to establish those across time, you know? Mine's every day. Got to do something for my health every day. If I'm hurt or injured, I still do something. Could be physical therapy. Counts. Oh man, I'm fucking fatigued already. That's what 2 workouts will do to you, plus cutting. That's it. I like this one for upper back too. Upper back and shoulders. Kind of weird getting into this position, but once you get there, Kind of rotate the shoulders back. Oh, feels good. Working out doesn't really feel good until you have enough muscle to get a pump. Like the beginning stages suck. But once you get that pump, it's the barrier to entry though. If you can't make it past like it not feeling good, it's like life, right? If it has to feel good for you to do it, it's not gonna last. Bump this weight up a little bit. But it's true, like once you get that pump, it starts to feel pretty good. Once you can feel the muscles contracting, you know? Once you get that mind-body connection, you start to really understand. It's like running. Like a lot of people have a hard time running. They're like, I don't know how you don't listen to headphones. You're just with your thoughts and you run. It's so painful. I'm like, it takes practice, dude. It's a skill. You have to learn how to put your mind in that place to detach from shit or to focus on shit and not let your mind just bounce around like an untamed animal. At some point, your mind submits, though, when you run. Most people don't run long enough to feel that, though, when they first start out. You have to get into that flow state. So I do the same split that I put my clients on. I just tweak. They don't all get the same one, but very similar. So that way I can guide everybody the same way if it comes up. It hasn't really come up, but that's the intention. And but I swap out little exercises here and there to fit the weaknesses that I have. Just coach myself through it, you know. But I actually might get a trainer for myself too. It'd be good. It's always good to do that. Coaches need coaches to see my blind spots. There's a guy here that I'll probably introduce you guys to at some point. His name's Gatti. Brazilian dude. Great physique, man. He's obsessive. He just looks like excellence, you know, and I like to surround myself with those type of people. Can't stand being around the fucking hypocrites, dude. I mean, we all don't like that shit. We hate it when we're that way, you know? There's no judgment. But I've been that guy where I was like all talk and the action wasn't as big as my talk. Like I've been that person. We've all been that person. But I don't like being around it because it's a pet peeve of mine I had to get rid of, you know? So if I'm around it, I'm like, fuck that. You got to really check yourself, man. You got to really check yourself in life and see if your actions match your fucking talk. Those are the two things that people need to do more of, I think, when we'd have a better world, is like checking yourself on what you say based off of your actions. Not because it holds people back. When you give bad advice to people and your experience sucks in that area, it holds people back. Now, on the other hand, you have areas where you're very strong and you don't speak up. That's wrong too. You should be speaking up on those areas where you're thriving, where you're just not even thriving, but you have results because you overcame something recently. Like that could be, you didn't want to get out of bed this morning, you got out of bed. Talk about that. Share that with people. Hey, I did not want to get fucking out of bed today, and I did this, and it worked. That's good information to pass around. But you have these fucking, everybody's trying to be an online creator and act like they're a fucking authority, given life experience and wisdom, and their life sucks. Stop doing that. Like, if you don't like your life, why are you telling other people how to live? If you're lecturing people on chasing a dream and you're not chasing your dream, why are you doing that? Don't tell people what it takes to fucking succeed, and your ass shows up for one video a month in an area that you're claiming to be an expert in. That might sound bad, but dude, we have to stop this. People being full of shit on the internet. You're far better off. For any of you guys that want to build out your shit on the internet, the only thing you really have to do is go achieve something great. And then people are going to fucking follow you and listen to you. Do you think that Michael Jordan would need to put out content? People would listen to him. Do you think, like, Hormozi, when he started putting out stuff, took him a little bit of time. But as soon as people caught wind of what he's achieved, his shit blew up. People think it's the content. It's not the content. It's the man. It's the woman. It's the person. It's the achievements. It's what they did offline to come in online and do. Everybody's trying to skip fucking steps, dude. It just creates a problem, because if you skip steps and then you create great content, but your advice sucks, and you haven't accomplished anything, your content's going to come across somebody's page, and they're going to listen to you because it looks like you have it together, but you're actually full of shit. So it's like Arnold said. Arnold Schwarzenegger said, work like hell and advertise. That's what all you got to do every day. Work like hell, advertise. Hey man, I worked like hell today. I did this, this, and this. Here's what I learned. This is my third workout today. So here's an example. It's like, I worked out 3 times today, guys. I didn't even want to do the first workout. I did the first one. The way I did the first one was by not thinking about the second one. The way I did the second one was by not thinking about the third one. And then when it was time to do the workout, I just focused on overcoming that mental hurdle. It's just a series of taking the next best step. One step at a time, all day. There's some wisdom for you. Let's get this weight. Lightweight, baby. I don't lift too heavy. Sometimes. But most of the time, just good contractions, dude. Just good contractions. And then every once in a while, you gotta go heavy just to prove that you still got some nuts, you know? But aggression is something that you have to learn to channel, develop, push into your workouts. Like, for some reason, men have been taught to castrate themselves. That it's not okay to get angry, right? Like if a guy and a girl get into an altercation where there's an argument and they're both yelling. If the cop hears that the woman was yelling, is that a perceived threat? No. But if they hear that the guy was yelling at the girl, you know, screaming at her, will the cop perceive that as a threat? Yes. And so in our society, there's this Not saying that men should yell at women, but what I am saying is that, men have been taught and conditioned that if we get angry, that anger is bad. So we run around trying to repress our anger, and it makes us, it's like if you're a woman and society told you it's not okay to cry. Imagine that. Imagine being a woman and going your whole life, people mocking you and making fun of you for crying. And so you would feel bad about crying, getting emotional, yeah? Well, for men, that's what happens with their anger. If a guy gets angry, it's wrong for him. He feels like it's wrong for him to get angry. It's not wrong. You got to learn how to direct it, and you can't be doing it in the wrong places. But if you have a bunch of men that have been taught it's not right to be angry, they're going to stuff that shit down and then go do destructive things when no one's around. They're going to repress it, dude. So as a guy, you got to find outlets for your anger. And that's why lifting is a great outlet for it. You got to think about all those things that piss you off. And then fucking put it into the weight, bro. I'm going to think about something right now. Give me a second. Something that pisses me the fuck off. Oh, I got something. This motherfucker that did me wrong. Fuck him. It was totally unethical, immoral. Fuck him. Fucking bitch. Fuck him up, dude. Little fucking pussy sitting in his house. He doesn't even work out, bro. Fuck him. Fuck that bitch. Fucking snake. And that's cool. You know what I mean? You can do that. You can get some growth out of that anger. So men and women, I'm just talking to guys right now, but you guys gotta learn how to use that shit, channel it. I'm not an expert on woman emotions, so I'm not gonna speak on that shit. But from a man's perspective, I had a hard time with my emotions. I went from being emotional, trying to bottle that shit up, hide it from society, to being completely flat all the time, to learning how to pull my emotion out of me and use it at the right time, kind of like a weapon or a tool, change my tone. Kind of like shooting a weapon. You got to be able to fire on command when it comes to your emotions. Just get one more of these, toss one more plate on. Two plates. Got that. Now that I got a little bit extra juice floating through me with that anger. So I was like, a couple more plates, baby. Free energy right there. I didn't even need to take steroids to feel like that. Look at that. Just tap into a little memory, a little thought. Get a little extra juice. I'm gonna do it again. Think about that same bitch ass motherfucker. Fucking fraud. Poser, dude. Motherfucker was a poser. I wish him well, don't get me wrong. I wish him well. No, I'm not angry at him. I'm angry at his behavior. And that motherfucker will burn in hell. So fucking show that motherfucker how much more of a man you are than he is. As he sits there and he hides from the fucking world because he's a pussy, you're out here putting yourself out there, lifting some heavy ass weight, making yourself better, and being a real motherfucking man, not just one that just talks about shit, takes advantage of people, and then fucking hides from the world like a little bitch. Let's get it. Yeah, baby. All right. I had to turn off the camera, finish up that workout. Kind of started getting to me for a second there, but it was good. Finished up with those rows, and then did some biceps and called it. So good workout. Got good pump. Nothing too crazy. Just enough to stay consistent, and tweak on some lagging areas. So tomorrow is Saturday. So how this week went, guys? This week was good as far as training goes. So this is the end of week recap for you guys. This is what I'll do. This is what I'm going to try to make the format for these next ones, is make sure I include how the week went. Even though it's Friday and there's still 2 days left, you know, I don't really feel like the week, I feel like the week ends and starts on Sunday. But either way, this week was good, man. I trained 2 or 3 times every day. I worked on my core offer for my business almost every day. Gave myself a day to step back from it because I just like I'm too focused. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I did. And then diet. My diet was solid this week. I did wake up twice throughout the week and ate about 300 calories. Maybe closer to 400 on 2 nights this week. You know, when my training volume goes up, I catch myself having a tough time at night fighting those hunger spikes. But here's something you guys got to realize is if you have that issue with night eating, you know your metabolism doesn't work on 24-hour cycles. Like, yeah, it speeds up and slows down, but if you night eat, you're on a continuous cycle with your calories. So as long as by the end of the week, across time, you're consuming less than you're burning, you're gonna lose weight. That doesn't mean it's okay to like go off the rails. Like, you should focus on being disciplined at night to build up your discipline and build up your mental toughness. But night eating is a big problem for a lot of people. So you guys can't look at it as complete failure. You got to make sure that you're seeing the bigger picture of what you're doing. You know? So when I do that, I take it hard. I say it's a failure in my head. I'm like, you shouldn't have ate. You told yourself you weren't going to. And you did. But I also know that I can still hit my goals across time. You know, your guys' transformations, if you're transforming your body, it's not going to take a week. It's not going to take a month. It's going to take 1 to 2 years. Ideally it takes 10 years because you're committed that long. So don't try to like get results right out the gate. Just focus on dialing in your process and then lose sight of the process, and then you'll wake up and you'll have a result. You know, you not lose sight. I mean, you want to measure your progress across time, but like if you're just constantly trying to force a result, you're going to just find yourself super frustrated all the time, man. You're going to give up. But you got to zoom out. So, anyways, this week, that's how it went. It was, Sunday, I did a run and a lift. And then Monday, I did not do a run. I did a walk. I did MMA, and then I did a lift. Tuesday, I was broke the fuck off, so I let my body heal. I did not go to MMA on Tuesday. I lifted and I ran. Wednesday, I ran and lifted. Thursday, I ran and yesterday, I walked, sparred, and lifted. I think. I might have ran. I can't remember. And I got elbowed in the face by a leprechaun. Professional leprechaun. This guy was, I don't like to make fun of people's height because I'm short, I'm like 5'8", and when I really stretch myself out, 5'8". I'm probably gonna get those stilts one day. You guys ever seen those? You can get surgery in your shins to make yourself, because I'm built like a chimp. I got short legs and a long torso, so it actually balanced me out. When I'm like 45, I think is when I'll do it. Like 45 to 50. You guys will see me, I'm gonna be 6 foot at 50 years old. But no, the leprechaun guy. So there's this UFC fighter at the gym, and I was sparring against him. He had on all this equipment, dude. He had on the elbow pads, he had on the knee pads, he had on his headgear. He was ready for war, bro. And we're sparring, so we have on the little puffy gloves, right? They're basically like 1-inch gloves. I think it's 1 inch. So me and him are sparring, we're exchanging, and I get in close with him, and he rips an elbow, and it fucking pops me right in the lip. My lip swelled up. I got this little, I don't know if you can still see it. This is for his elbow. He was just so dangerous, man. Got in there, and it was like fighting a cat inside of a plastic bag. He just fucking going crazy, dude. But he's a professional, man. Like, you guys don't know, I'm still an amateur fighter. Probably though, which I gotta fix, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight. So I'm ready to do it. So anyways, that's how the week went. Got my ass beat by a leprechaun. Shouldn't call him a leprechaun because he can't change that. But I am king of the leprechaun, so no, I get a pass. But no, the week was good, guys. It was, like I said, it was good in that I got a bunch of the training in. The thing that's really helping my recovery is just electrolytes. I've been pounding electrolytes after my runs. That's been helping a lot with my energy and my recovery throughout the day. And then as far as business goes, it was a good week in business. I mean, what I mean by that is I'm getting closer and closer to having this core offer dialed in. And then the next piece I got to do is focus on the community aspect. Like, I want to give my guys a better place. I want to do a better job of the community thing, giving them a place to hang out and talk to each other. Because I've had seasons where I've done a great job at that, but I haven't done it consistently across this last 1 to 2 years. I haven't done a good job of it. And I feel obligated to, so I got to do that for everybody. But all right, that's it for today's video, guys. I'm gonna cut off. Hope you found some value in this. Biggest things are, for me, were direct your anger, channel it, don't repress it. Start hammering your weak areas. Don't spend so much time with your strengths. Like, double down on those, sure, but and get rid of your weaknesses, whatever those are. And especially if you're an ego-driven guy, you all motherfuckers are not as good as you think you are. So hammer your weaknesses. And then the last thing is consistency over intensity, man. This was a week of consistency, and we'll just get better and better across time. So soon every day will be the same. I'm building up like this MMA path and no gi path. My body's I gotta condition myself for each of the levels that I'm going after. So first it's 1 to 2 workouts a day, then it's 2 to 3, and then it's 3 to 4 days a week, then it's 5 days a week, then it's 6 days a week, and then it's just 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in future ones, or if you're just here for this series, we'll see you next week. Later, guys.